Hi guys, I'd like to share with you some autumnal acorn bunting. Now the original pieces came out of Daphne's diary, which I duly cut out and hole punched. But it gave me an idea. I wanted to use my round tea bags and make some acorns all of my own. I will share with you in this tutorial just a suggestion so you can make some of your own. First of all, we need a template. Now what I done is I drew round one of the original Daphne's Diaries templates and measured it up, and it approximately measures 2 inches across by 3 inches down. And I was thinking, how can you go about trying to make something similar at home? And I'm thinking a universal product that everybody might have is a Coca-Cola tin. And basically I drew round with my pencil the base of the Coca-Cola tin to make a complete round circle. Not the best circle in the world, as you can see, but it's a circle all the same. I then took, in my case I've got a quilter's rule here, but you can use a ruler. I roughly found the middle and drew down the centre of my circle. I then looked at my up around about 1.5 inches. I decided, because we want it over halfway, I put a line across, so we're making literally a cross here, and this will be the top part of our acorn and this is going to be our bottom. Now we need to consider, on our original we have a little point at the bottom, so I just literally have hand drawn a little rough idea of where my point goes at the bottom. And as you will see, on the original it literally tucks back on itself just to form where the actual acorn section top is. So I've literally drawn in a little lip on both sides. Now we've got our top section, we've got a base that looks more like an acorn, and of course we need just the little stalk at the top. Yet again, with the extended cross I was able to do a little stalk. Now our next thing to do is to cut out our template and think about considering we're going to use some tea bags here for all intents purposes, but you can make this out of actual decorative paper. You could actually use colouring pens to colour in. You could paint if you wanted to, or if you're feeling in the mood, you could even consider using some scrap magazine pages. As long as there's a contrast between the top and the bottom, I'm sure that this would actually look quite appealing. So as you can see, I'm roughly cutting around. I'm not expecting it to be perfect in any shape or form, but I'm just showing an idea that I think will be able for you to do at home. So I apologise, I've gone off camera, but that's because I'm just concentrating on trying my utmost to cut this into some vague semblance of an acorn. Right. So that's me cut out. Let's take the template away. So we've got our template ready to go. A little acornish. Now I've chosen a light tea bag in coloration and a much darker tea bag in coloration. And what we're going to do, we are going to put our template on top of our tea bag and make sure it just nips into the bottom there. So it's butt up there to the bottom, and that way when we come out to cut it, because this is perforated where it's actually been sealed up, it will stay in 2 pieces. So I'm just literally drawing up to the line where the top of our acorn is. I'm going to turn it around and yet again repeat the process. So just where the top of the acorn shell is, I'm drawing a line and then literally going round the edge with my pencil. So we have now got the format of the lines here forming up to the top, and we're going to take the scissors again and we're going to cut where we've literally drawn, so just where the shell would start, and then round the perforated edge all the way down to the bottom. Repeat the process on the other side. It's really quite simple. Up to the other edge. Now we've got a tea bag which has got a point at the end and like a little mushroom top. We're going to keep hold of the stalks because these little sections is going to be the stalk at the top of the acorn. I'm going to go across and choose one of my much darker tea bags. I'm going to fold it in half. Yet again, this is all rough. So half and cut straight through the centre. Nothing too challenging going on here. Then with my glue stick, I'm going to let a bit of the tea out. I'm going to stick that on top of my acorn. Just getting the glue stick, just sticking a bit of glue on. On goes the top of the acorn. Now we've got the base and the top, and I said about using the leftover side. I'm going to fold it in half. Just put a glob of glue and then another little piece of glue on the back. Fold it over. Now we've got our first little acorn, and basically with your hole punch you can go ahead and punch a hole and another hole, that one's come out nicely. That one I'm just going to pull off, and now you've got your holes in your acorn, so you can thread them onto your bunting like so, and that's how I make my little tea bag acorns. Now the next thing you can do is you can draw around your template and you can make yourself some acorns out of any old scrap of paper that you've got at home. I've stamped and gessoed over some music paper here, and I was saying with your pen you could make a wiggly line like they have in Daphne's diary. Sorry if I've got a little bit of shading going on as I go across here, and you can literally colour in using a felt tip pen. You could choose to, as I said, decorate with some paper, some decorative paper. So once you've got your template, you can go ahead and make as many as your heart's desire. And that is just another way of using up your scrap paper. And that also could be hole punched. You can do both sides, you can just do one side, and yet again you have got yourself a decorative acorn. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye.